Okay, Andrea, please.
Jim is my grandfather, who I called Grandpa, and affectionately Grandpa. I was his first grandchild and his only granddaughter. Everyone always asked me if I was related to Jim Moffat, or even sometimes if he was my father, because they didn't believe that he was old enough to have grandchildren. I'm proud to say that Jim Moffat is my grandfather. Shortly after I was born, Grandpa took me to City Hall to meet everyone there. But of course I don't remember this because I was a baby. But I also heard how proud he was to have grandchildren and how happy we made him. I also remember him as an auxiliary officer. I remember going with him to the army base to get his bow and to chase bunnies. Grandpa said I could keep a bunny if I caught one, but he'd get to name it Stu. He loved to tease. When I was very young, he would call me George, and it would drive me crazy. So I decided to tell him, but I'm a girl. So he called me Georgina. So I tried another tactic and started calling him Grandpa every time he teased me. But he still didn't stop. Grandpa taught me a great many things I hope to express to you today through my memories of Grandpa. Grandma and I would bake our special Christmas cookies, and every time we started, Grandpa would be lurking around in the dining room, pretending to watch football, or boxing, or golf. He'd call, "Any broken ones?" usually before they'd even started baking. Then, as soon as Grandma and I would take them out of the oven, Grandpa would appear and say, "Any burnt ones?" And he'd eye the cooling cookies and reach out and say, "That one looks a little burnt." And then he'd steal one, even when he wasn't supposed to have them anymore. Then this year, Grandma and I baked our special Christmas cookies with the new pans I gave her last Christmas, and I burnt every last cookie. Not on purpose, of course, but I know Grandpa would have loved eating them. Grandpa would take James and I to the bullhead derby to help us get ready to catch the big one. He taught me how to bait a hook and to wait patiently for the fish to come and when to use the net. I never won the derby, but I did learn to wait for what I want and when to get it myself. This also showed me how to catch my first fish, my only fish, even if it was an electrical malfunction to help me out. I think Grandpa was happier than I was that day, even if it had been a really long, hard day dealing with electrical problems. He also taught me how to steer a boat that day, because he had to go through the electrical thing. Grandpa also taught me it was important to stop and talk to people you know, even if it's people that you don't know. I also inherited the Moffat gene for talking. Grandpa had a great laugh, and as you can see in the video and the next pictures, Grandpa was almost always laughing. Grandpa always had a joke to tell, and even if it wasn't quite grandkid appropriate. He taught me it was important to laugh and to make others laugh. I was playing on softball on an all-girls team, and I was hit by a ball. And because of that, I was afraid to get too close to the plate and to hit the ball. Grandpa decided it would be time to show me how to hit a ball properly, so he headed over to Bevan one sunny afternoon. He showed me with great patience and kindness as we played all afternoon. I remember him hitting the ball almost the whole way across the field, width-wise. He jogged back after getting the ball and said, "I used to be able to hit it farther." It's really how Grandpa lived his life, doing the things he loved with the people he loved, all the while talking about the things he'd done. But he didn't share everything. I didn't know until this year that Grandpa had become involved in politics because he saw a need for a rec center for Nanaimo's youth and helped to build Bevan Park. I don't think he realized at that time what an impact it would have on his two oldest grandchildren's lives. Even before I played organized sports, I would head over to Bevan to walk SPCA dogs at the Pachusa Park, and then later I'd walk my own dogs to the dog park. In the summer I swam, and in the winter I skated. I attended after-school care at Bevan House. I raced BMX for 8 years with the track there. I was MVP for Wellington Bobcat swim team based at Bevan Pool. I played softball in the Northfield team. I rode horses. James and I played tennis and basketball at the courts. Grandpa taught me to golf, and I golfed at Bevan. I went to all school dances and dry grad there. Went to the VIX almost every summer, usually competing or helping out and getting it for free. Most recently, I worked at a haunted house at Bevan. I don't know if Grandpa planned all those years ago for Bevan to be such a hub for Nanaimo's youth, but I know that he is pleased at what it has become. Following Grandpa's example, I know it's important to follow my dreams and to help others while doing it. Once Grandpa told me, after I told him I wanted to be a teacher, he said, "There are great teachers out there. You should be like them." That's why I strive for the best now as a beginning teacher and in the future. All throughout, Grandpa taught me to be strong and proud of who I am. He taught me that friends and family are invaluable and that you should always be there for the ones you love. Grandpa taught me about honesty and integrity in everything he did. Jim Moffat, my grandpa, was and is an incredible man because he cared, and he really did it his way.
Thank you.